enough. Let me take control. And you've been wanting what you need, and I'ma give it to you. Before I dive inside, blow the whistle. I start swimming, ain't no drowning, no. Girl, don't make you better. We gon' mess up them covers too.
Sorry if it's a little noisy from a different location or whatever. So we go talk about today. Just on my, I really ain't got nothing to talk about really. I guess I never do on none of these damn videos. But anyway, man, I watched this damn murder doc show the other day. And man, hold on, before I get into that shit, I wanted to comment on something. Talking to my boys the other day. Don't get me wrong, man, them still boys, ain't no big deal. But him and my other partner was going in on it on Facebook. That shit was funny as hell. But he was talking about how the media can portray certain things to be more than what they are. And you know, I agree with that, because I've been a victim of that shit. I agree with it. But at the same time, he was talking about police brutality on black people. You know what I mean? It was an in-depth conversation. And the thing is like, he said, okay, well, like, everybody listening to how the media puts it. But when the fuck do you listen? You know what I mean? When do you say, okay, well, okay, the media might be lying, but there got to be some kind of truth behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, back in the day, before social media, before cell phones and camera phones and fucking technology was everywhere, we had groups like NWA, here all them West Coast rappers and shit, down south too, East Coast. You had everybody talking about police brutality in their music, but everybody thought they were just full of shit because they was gangster rappers. So due to the fact that you rap, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just make music. So they had it in songs, but now that it's being recorded, back then when they had it in the music, nobody knew what the fuck they was talking about. They were just making shit up because they was thugs or whatever. But now that the shit is out here on camera and recorded now, you can't use that. You can't use that one no more. You know what I mean? You can't say, oh, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They just making shit up. It ain't as bad as it seems. But now the media putting it out there, y'all blaming it on the media. So when do you go along and say, okay, well, maybe there's some truth behind this shit? Because before the media was putting it out there, hell, they was rapping about it. Whatever, but like I said, due to the fact that they're rappers, nobody pays attention. And y'all talk about like celebrities and people make comments about their political beliefs. People like, oh, you're an entertainer, you're in the entertainment business. Why the fuck why do it matter what you say? There's two reasons for that shit. What fucking difference do it make what their job is? A lot of motherfuckers know more shit than we do, or whatever. What difference do that make? They're still a person, just like you. You voicing your opinion, and you fucking work construction. Who the fuck go listen to you? You know what I'm saying? But when goddamn Chris Rock or some celebrity get on TV and say some shit, you be like, oh, some celebrities. Only if you disagree with what they say. Oh, some celebrities, they talking that shit again. But motherfucker, did you realize the fucking president was in the entertainment business? Them his peers is talking shit on him. You know what I mean? Them his peers. I mean, you got some that's giving him positive praises too, or whatever. But those are his peers. So he was in the entertainment business. So to me, that argument is null and void. But anyway, enough of that shit. Let's get over to this damn documentary I saw. So it's called, it's going to be close to what I'm saying, but it might not be all the way right. It's called The Murder Next Door, American Family, or some shit like that. Whew. Man, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't care how if you ain't seen it yet, well then stop here, because it's about to be a spoiler alert. That's your heads up. Okay, you had time to pause that shit now. But anyway, it's a dude and his wife. They have 2 kids and she's pregnant, right? So, dude, real nice cat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They show all the videos of him playing with his kids. You know what I mean? And his wife go away, him taking care of the house, working and all of that stuff there. She went to go see the parents or whatever. So, see his parents, so the in-laws can spend some time with the kids, and they got in some kind of argument or some shit over there. Well, anyway, long story short, the way the video, the way the movie or the documentary is played is bugged out because, man, no lie. When I say what I'm about to say, you go kind of figure out what's going on at the end. But no lie, like even me, like most times I'm like, nah, that nigga, that full of shit. Fuck what y'all talking about. But yeah, I was like, the woman was full of shit. She on her full of shit or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? She mean as fuck to this man. But once again, we're talking about how the media can portray things. That's how they did the movie to make it look like she was being an asshole. Actually, her asshole statements didn't come until after, hell, he wasn't responding to her messages. He wasn't sleeping with her no more. She was gone for like 5 weeks or whatever. And then when he went to go visit her, he didn't even touch on her or nothing. You know what I mean? Come to find out, this motherfucker, nice as he is, like I said, he betrayed him. What happened was, he met a youngster. You know what I mean? He met a lady, a female, a lot younger than he was. I don't mean like a youngster like in her teens, but he might have been, you know what I'm saying, 7 or 8 older. He might have been 7 or 8 years older than she was. Whatever. And I guess he fell in love with her. Some kind of way in love with her so much that instead of like just leaving his wife, he had to get rid of their ass. You would have never guessed it like at all. Like you see the dude, he looked corny as hell, all of that stuff. So you would have never guessed what was going on with the situation. I mean, it's fucked up, man. Because first of all, okay, his wife came home, got dropped off from the airport at like 2 in the morning or whatever, and that was the last time anybody seen her was when her friend jumped off the airport. They called her the next day trying to check on her and stuff. And he like, I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Of course, he covered his lies. This motherfucker even volunteered to take a lie detector test. And failed it miserably. Or whatever, of course. But come to find out, instead of just leaving his family, whatever motherfucker said, well, if I get rid of him, I can just start a new one. Because the new chick was talking about having babies or some shit. But she wasn't talking bad about his other family. But he just figured instead of having them in the way and going through the mess of a divorce, I can just kill their ass. Nah, it ain't as simple as that. That motherfucker, he strangled his wife, which is bad enough, and buried her out near his job. He worked at some kind of oil field or whatever. But his 2 daughters, though, man, like, if you see him, it's just like, how the fuck did this motherfucker do this shit? He didn't even kill them first, man. He just dropped them into that big ass, you know, for the city, the oil or whatever. He just dropped his daughters into that shit. And he was talking about the last thing he heard his daughter say was, Daddy, no. What? That shit had me so goddamn choked. How you drop your babies into damn some boiling fucking oil alive? I don't mean grease oil. I'm talking about like oil, like a car, like for your car, where they work out in the oil fields. And you dropped your baby in that shit alive? You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking thing is like the tower, you know what I'm saying, like 100 feet tall. You know what I'm talking about? Probably about 75 feet wide around in a circle. You know what I'm saying? And full of oil, 2 of them. And he dropped his kids in each one of them. Like, man, what kind of shit is that? His first, before he fessed up to everything, he was like, no, shit, I killed her because she killed the kids. Or whatever, then the truth came out, or whatever, and he fucking killed the kids. Like, god damn, that was some fucked up shit right there. But anyway, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this damn video. Man, okay, so everybody knows that I got back surgery not too long ago. Day 1 in the gym was Monday. Oh Lord, somebody help me find the motivation for this shit. God damn, boy, I ain't lying. It's almost like, man, damn, all of that working out. For everybody that I made fun of for being fat before, fuck y'all. Nah, y'all still fat, the motherfucker. Y'all knew better than that shit. You shouldn't fucking let it happen. But I kind of empathize with you a little bit because I'm in that hole now. I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this shit no goddamn more. But I'm going to do it because it's a challenge. I already hate going to the gym as it is, but I'm going to go in there work the thing out. Whatever. So we're going to see how this shit here works for me. Whatever. So far for day 1 and day 3, I didn't take it on day 2 because I did cardio. But in the gym, this shit here, first of all, it tastes just like it say. I hope this shit ain't backwards like I'm looking at it. It tastes just like it says. They Welch's shit or whatever, and it's off the chain or whatever. And it gave me a good, I didn't expect a good pump out of it. Cause I'm about to pump separately or whatever. Once I get my rhythm going, I got to find the rhythm first because goddamn. I think if I can do 2 weeks, I'll have myself back in some kind of rhythm where I'm okay going to the gym. But right now, man, my body hurts so bad. My level of fuck this is way higher than my level of motivation or whatever, because fuck this is taking over right now or whatever. I ain't strong for shit. I went in there and struggled on 225. God damn. So now I'm just doing all machines. I'm doing all machines until I get myself to a point where I know my body can handle the weight. I don't want to go in there and fuck myself up. I've been doing a lot of walking, and then I did the Stairmaster. Anyway, I'm in the hole ready to quit. And as far as the protein I go, because I know I don't take enough protein in my meals, so I got to supplement it. I'm also going with the Ghost Protein. Another banger. Y'all, that shit good as hell. I don't know how to explain it to you for you to taste it, except for y'all to go try it yourself. It go hard, like for real, for real. Like, the only bad thing about it is like you can't just take this shit all goddamn day. I want to just drink it like a regular shake, you know what I'm saying? But you can't. But it's super good like that. The same thing with this fucking pre-workout. That shit tastes like juice. Or whatever. I mean, I've had other pre-workouts that taste good, but not just, but you can tell it was a pre-workout. You know what I mean? This shit tastes like goddamn some shit you drink with breakfast or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead and try that if y'all want to. So talking to one of my partners, he was like, this was a request for this for my story, my life story for this week. All right, so when I stationed in Alaska, all right, so I left Texas the same day. Got on a flight to Alaska. I left Texas, it was like 82 degrees. I landed at Fort Wainwright. Goddamn, negative 63 the exact same day. Or whatever. So, of course, I thought that shit was fake. Ain't no way in the fuck you gonna tell me that it's snowing sideways. That's how hard the wind was blowing. Like, to me, it looked like a blizzard, but they was like, it's normal weather. I was like, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm not fit to go outside in that shit. Whatever. Ain't nowhere in here you could tell me y'all weather like this every day. So, I slept in the airport. Whatever. You know what I mean? Because that shit looked crazy. You know what I mean? It just looked fucking crazy. So, the next day come around, it was still doing that shit. I stayed one more day in the airport. Now, like, well, fuck it, I gotta go because if not, I know I'm gonna get in trouble already. Because you can't just tell nobody you ain't gonna fucking do shit in the Army. That ain't how it work. But at the same time, I felt like death was out there waiting on me. Or whatever. You would have seen that shit. It was crazy. So, but anyway, I get stationed at Wainwright. Finally leave the airport, go to my base. Or whatever. Like I said, it's negative 63 degrees outside. Or whatever. They you learn your lesson in the military not to volunteer for shit. In basic training, I volunteered for the bowling team or whatever, you know what I mean? And so, because it sounds fun, I'm tired of all this fucking push-ups and shit we're doing. At least at the end, I can have some kind of fun with this shit. So they're like, hey, Driscoll, like, hey, we got a bowling team. We got any volunteers in there, y'all bowl. You know, I'm like, damn, Driscoll actually being nice and cool and shit. Should have known something was up with that shit, but I didn't. I was a youngster or whatever. But come to find out, there wasn't no fucking bowling team. The bowling team was the people who go clean the toilet bowls. Yeah. I volunteered for that shit. Whatever. So, after that, I didn't volunteer for a damn thing else. So, I said that to say this. When I got to Wainwright, of course I don't want to fucking be there. It's negative 63 degrees outside. That shit don't even sound real. Or whatever. And they was like, hey, we're looking for some volunteers who want to go down to Anchorage. The weather down there is better, but we need some volunteers who want to go down there. So, I'm not raising my goddamn hand. I fell for this shit one time. You ain't gonna get me twice. Or whatever. So, they picked me instead of me volunteering. But they picked me, like, I think they picked like 7 people to go down there. And come to find out, boy, I'm happy they chose me because Anchorage was more like Dallas. It's like a city in the cold. It's in the cold, but they got like, you know what I'm saying? They got downtown, they got a mall, they got malls, plural, bunch of malls, clubs. They got a strip, like, you know what I'm saying? A strip with like clubs and shit on, or the strip where people go hang out. Like, for example, in Dallas, we got Deep Ellum. So in Anchorage, they got a Deep Ellum-ish up there. You know what I mean? So it was pretty crunk. So I'm glad they sent my ass down there. So when I first get there, they send you through all these briefings, right? And they telling the stories about the wildlife up there because it's crazy. You in Alaska, all the shit is there. You don't need to go to the zoo. It's outside. Everything is there. So anyway, it showed the story about this little Asian kid that go to the University of Anchorage, Alaska, and like, they tell the story like, look, when you see a mother moose and a baby moose, no matter how far apart they are, don't break that barrier in between them. Anyway, don't walk between them. Go around them if you need to, but don't walk between them. So he walked out of the door to go outside to go to his next class, and there's a bunch of people on the side like, hey man, look, don't go over there right now, it's a moose. So he looked over at the moose, and the baby moose was probably, you know what I'm saying, 30 or 40 yards the other way, or whatever. So he's like, fuck what y'all talking about, I'm gonna go, I gotta get to class. I'm like, well, nigga, if it's a crowd of people saying fuck this, they know something you don't know. Well, what they did know was this moose wasn't bullshitting. Goddamn, this moose hauled his little ass out. Man, the video was horrible because the way the moose was beating his ass, like he ain't had no bones. Imagine like you got a shirt in your hand and you just waving that motherfucker. That's what his body looked like. But, you know, I can't feel sorry for a stupid motherfucker. You know, they told your ass. You see how, anyway, so the moose fucked him up. And then after that went by, you know what I'm saying, a dude came in and was telling us a story about what happened to his wife. Whatever, a moose used to come by their house every fucking morning because his wife would give it an apple in the morning time when she going to check the mailbox or whatever. So the moose just continued to come by all the time. But one morning, moose came by and I guess she didn't have her tax money or whatever. She didn't have that damn apple, and the moose killed her. He stomped her right there on the sidewalk. So her husband came home and found her body or whatever. So that shit was horrible to hear. So, said all of that so you can understand where I'm coming from, what I'm about to say. All right, so I went to the chow hall. So my barracks, imagine it's a road, it's a long ass road. My barracks and the chow hall are all on the same road, right? They're all on the same road. They're probably about 150 yards apart. Like the barracks here is a 150 yard space of nothing, just a little field or whatever. But behind the field, on the backside of the field, are some trees or whatever, and then it's the chow hall right over there or whatever. So walk my ass over to the chow hall, saves a little bit of money, go eat for free. Well, when I get through eating, I'm leaving the chow hall, about to make this 150-yard walk back to my barracks, and I'm scary as shit. Don't fucking lie. I whoop anybody ass. I whoop anybody ass, but anything, I'm not fucking with it. If it's a not a anybody, but it's a anything, you ass on your own. If from my family out there, my kids and shit, and something come after us, survival of the fittest, goddammit, or whatever. But if somebody come out there, I don't care if they got a gun, a saw, fucking anything, I jump in front of all of that shit. But I'm not fucking with something, and that go for extraterrestrial. If I ever seen an alien, I ain't fucking with him because clearly he got a bigger agenda than what I'm ready to hear about, or whatever. And anyway, I got off track. So I'm leaving. I'm walking back, or whatever, and I probably get about 25 yards away from the defect. I heard. So, of course, I'm new to Alaska. First thing I think about is that video, and this dude that lost his wife. I'm like, this motherfucking moose out here somewhere about to get me. So I look up in the trees, and I don't see shit, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me keep on walking. So I walk probably not even 3 more steps. Y'all heard, or whatever. This motherfucker moose stuck his head out the fucking trees, and look, swear to beans, motherfucking head had to be bigger than my goddamn car. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so now I'm froze because like, okay, I'm scared to run because if I run, this motherfucker go chase me, but I can't just stand still forever or whatever. So, cause ain't like I got on gear, you know what I'm talking about? I'm out there in the fucking cold or whatever. I did wear my damn, I wore those bunny boots is what we call them, but they look like some Mickey Mouse boots, some big ass rubber boots. It's for winter. Had them shits on. Fuck it, I took off running. Gone. I had to get off the sidewalk because the ice and hopped in the like right on the edge of the sidewalk and where the grass for me so I can get some kind of traction. So I take off. I hear this motherfucker leaving the trees. So now I can't cry because I'm too damn scared, but I'm probably farting and shit while I'm running. I'm scared of shit or whatever. So I'm running. Now I'm thinking like, damn, I got a long ass fucking way to go. Whatever. But the main thing on my mind, I probably got about 100 yards to go. Main thing on my mind is fucking when I get to the door, like if I'm running on the sidewalk this way, the door is over here. So I'm gonna have to curve in and grab the door while I'm running full speed. But the door is the pull door, so I can't just bust through the door. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta pull this bitch at full speed without falling off. I said, fuck that, I deal with that when I get there. So I'm still running, and as I'm running, I speed up because I heard the motherfucker catching up to me. So I'm like, shit. So I speed up. In my mind, I think I speed up anyway. So I speed up my steps. I heard this motherfucker speed up. And I don't know how close he is to me because I don't want to turn around and look. So eventually, I finally make it to the goddamn door. Now, the bad part is, like I said, the door is pulled. I didn't slow down to grab the door because I don't know how close he is on me. I grabbed the goddamn door, and I opened it, and I flew right the fuck off of it, right into the goddamn snow. And I know about to get my ass stomped by this moose, so I just balled up. I'm probably down there for maybe 4 or 5 seconds, but I'm balled up. To me, it felt like 20 minutes. Y'all, no lie. I look up, the goddamn moose never left the trees. I was listening to my own feet steps running behind me. That's all the fuck I heard. So when I sped up, I heard the footsteps speed up, but it was me. Still can't believe I did that shit. But I wonder how many people looked at the window and saw that shit and said, wonder like, damn, is he man out here doing PT or what? Or is he running from some shit? Because it was clear that I was scared. Because you know what I'm saying? You know when you nervous, I'm making whatever face that I'm making, but I wasn't fit to be still. And I hauled ass to that door and it fell off, and the fucking moose never even left the tree. That was some crazy shit. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off this thing. There's a little short one or whatever. So I hope y'all enjoyed one of my life stories. I already know what I'm gonna talk about next week. But yeah, back to this shit. So y'all get this shit to try. It shit tastes good. Or whatever, 130 calories, 4 grams of carbs. Yeah, I'm on it. And it, like I said, it tastes like the flavor that I got is cereal milk. The shit tastes like if you let your Cinnamon Toast Crunch sit in the milk too long. Tastes just like that shit. All right, so y'all check it out. This shit tastes just like Welch's. So, no, oh yeah, my bad. And they ain't paying me for that shit. So this ain't like they paying me. I said that shit for free. So y'all tell them that I said that, all right? All right then, y'all be easy.